I'm working on my brother-in-law's 2007 Jeep Compass, and we got a little problem here. If you look here, the spring is broken and shot down, and actually ended up going right through his tire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this replaced. I got a new one right there, and I'm not a mechanic, just trying to help out, and I will show you the steps I do to replace this. So, okay, well, most of the tools I have are like standard issue Harbor Freight or whatever. I don't have anything that's super crazy expensive. It's pretty much the basic toolkit. So first I'm gonna loosen up this. I'm gonna take this bracket off here, this sensor off, and I'm gonna do a new sway bar link. So I'm gonna just leave it onto here, but just take it off the back side over there. So let's get started with that. Oh yeah, you don't wanna go. Help if I plugged it in. Chicago Electric. I only use it like, I don't know, 15, 20 times a year. So it's a cheap tool, but it does its job. There we go. Now looking at it, I probably didn't even have to cut that, but get it out of the way for now. It's only held on by a zip tie. So let's put a new one there. Now let's get working on these. Get them loosened, leave them in, and then I'll work on the sway bar link. Well, note to myself, there's splines on this, so it's supposed to be tapped out. It's not going to rotate. So you don't make the same mistake I did trying to back it out. Do the bottom one. Now they're loose. So now this is holding on all of that. The only thing holding this on now is the top bolts and I think the sway bar link. So let's try to get that sway bar link off now. Yay! I think that's the worst part. Now, these have a Allen key on the inside of the bolt. Sometimes I like to just put a vice grip on there to see if I can get it to back off with the vice grip. So let's see. Sometimes you can get it. Done. Blood warning. Must have pinched myself on something or scratched myself. Okay. this will help in the long run. But I'm gonna put this underneath here just to make sure it doesn't fall down too far. I don't know how far it will go, but I have a feeling it might be a nice helpful hand. We'll find out. We'll get these the rest of the way out now. So don't grab those, because that's stupid. Pound them back in just a tiny bit so the splines are in there. Get the nuts off. And now I'm guessing I can just you don't want to really pound on those and mess up the threads. So if they're not coming out relatively easy with light taps like that, throw a piece of wood on the other side and hit the wood. So, that one slid out. There's two. Okay, making sure I didn't forget anything. Now the only thing holding on is the top bolts, so let's go to those. I'm going to take these three off. Do not touch that one. It's the one that holds the spring on. I mean, this spring isn't compressed right now, but if it was, it should go flying. Alright, so now it's disconnected from the top, and I'm realizing now that I probably should have left one of these bolts in just to hold it maybe, but it didn't fall far, so that's good. So now all I gotta do is get this out. Set that to the side. Let's unbox the new one. Okie dokie. Now, while holding this with one hand, reach up and put one of these on. Good. So, I'm gonna get all these started. Crank them down. I'm doing this thinking to myself, you know, it might be easier not to crank these down all the way so I can wiggle it. So let's get the bottom bolts on before we tighten them up. So now I gotta line this up with that. This might have been a good idea, but I'm gonna move my camera because it's in the way now. Timber. I think slowly jack this up. There we go. Good thinking. There we go. One. I didn't set it in all the way yet, but I will. And then this one's gonna go like, there we go. And if it's not lined up, don't go crazy. Line it up and tap it again. You don't want to mess up the threads. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, let's get those splines in. It's the proper way to use your hammer. Alright, so now that that's done, we'll tighten up the top. So we'll get these all tightened down. Pretty grunt. Alright. Okay, so slide this one on first. And these do not have the Allen keys in the middle, so I'm assuming, yeah, you can put a wrench on the back of them. The stock ones had the Allen key. I don't know why that doesn't want to. Brand new out of the box, doesn't want to go on all the way. Let's try the other bolt or nut. Yeah, all right, that'll do for now. And then we'll line up this bottom. Holy cow. Well, that was easy. That was a lot easier than, I mean, I am older now. Slightly more, tiny bit more wise. Minute amount of more wise. So maybe holding it up with the jack helps. Who knows? That might be it. Maybe when I was younger and I did this, the whole thing spins. Let's get a wrench. Well, I think it's an 18 for the back. I can't find my 18, so I'm just going to use this. Don't do what I do. Get an 18. Just do it. But what are you going to do? Well, it worked. Good enough. Do the same thing for the other side. Socket wrench. I'm not saying everybody should do this themselves. I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, people might be like, oh, I can do this. If you don't feel confident doing it, take it to a mechanic. Take it to somebody who knows. I claim the responsibilities of my actions of this, and I'm going to make sure it's safe. can do it with the standard issue tools. That impact gun really helps out. You'd be able to do it by hand if you really needed to. Luckily, nothing was rusted really bad. I did spray everything last night with PB Blast. I don't know if I said that. Just to see if I can get anything loosened a little bit easier. And since I didn't run into a huge issue, I'm going to say that it may have worked. I'm not going to say that was the reason it worked, but it may have. There we go. I'll check this one just to make sure. There we go. Alright, so that's on. And then we're going to make sure we put other stuff back on here. Let's get these on. And that bolt. Zip tie this back up. And then she's finished. Like I said, I just got this GoPro. I think I might start doing some moto vlogging. I think it'd be nice. I mean, rather than talking to myself while I'm riding, I could talk to myself and then maybe someone else will listen at some point. That's it. Put everything back on, you're good to go, I think. If I messed up, you know, feel free to leave something in the comments. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Just trying to do my best. And I think I did pretty darn good. I don't see anything else that really needs to be replaced right now for this to be safe. So I'm going to recommend he gets an alignment. And I know that we're going to probably replace this at some point, but I think you need an alignment before this anyway. So thanks for watching. Hey, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this of me working on stuff, let me know. I just got this GoPro now, so I should be able to make some more, and they'll be a little bit better quality than in the past. But we got her done. Thanks for watching.